Well, that's awesome. Well, so, everyone knows that you wore number 83. So one of the questions that always kind of comes up is, so how did you pick that number 83, or how were you assigned, or how did 83 come about?
83 came about. It was assigned. I mean,
Really?
I was a running back in college, wore the number 40, and you show up and you don't have beggars can't be choosers. You get the number. I mean, it wasn't like I was going to get 88 or 81 because they were taken by future Hall of Famers. And you go to training camp. I mean, in those days also, there was probably only you brought in training camp, probably 20 rookies. You had, I think in those days, the more rounds in the draft. I think you had 12, 14 rounds in the draft. And you just came and we had a guy named Stubby Eason. He just, all of a sudden, there's number 83 with Voigt on it. I go, that's, I didn't have the status to go in and say I'd like number 10 or something like that. Some of that stuff wasn't going to happen. So it was fine. Rookies, and there was a hazing that went on. You had to sing your school song or any other different songs the veterans wanted at dinner at night. And you stand on a chair and do that with your hand over your heart. So some of the stuff you come from kind of being at least thinking you have some status in college to go into a team that was a rowdy, fun-loving team, and
you get humbled pretty quick.
Oh my gosh! And you just do observe and keep your mouth shut, and it all kind of works out. And I think that if there had been some cases, even when I was playing, there's some rookies come in and they might think they're a little more elevated than they are, and they get pranked or they get dressed down, but in the coaches, Jerry Burns coached with the offense coordinator when I was playing, and would become the head coach of the Vikings. He coached in Lombardi like 2 or 3 years when they won Super Bowls. So these are all veteran coaches, so they'd done and seen it all. So they didn't really. Rookies had to be seen but not heard, and then establish themselves by showing a real work ethic on the field. And as you said, it all worked out. And a lot of guys didn't like it. A lot of guys that I thought had a chance to make the team just because of their attitude and their thinking it's the same as college, didn't give it their best shot. Maybe they went on to be in other teams, but a lot of number one draft choices, they didn't quite work out because I think nothing was, given to somebody. You had to earn it. And that was Bud's
really good point.
His principle. Whether you were a free agent, a low draft choice, a high draft choice, when you started, you're all in the same bucket. You had to make the team.
Yeah.